Yo, what's going on guys, Dewobs here. Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Today we have a really interesting update for Season 3, from teasers for the next heroes to in-game teasers for the brand new maps, and also more leaks for upcoming skins that should be dropping in Season 3. Now I also wanted to start this video by saying I want to give away a skin of your choice to one of you in the comments, so if you could subscribe and drop a comment on this video, I'll pick one of the comments on Sunday and I will gift you any skin of your choice in the store. Just as a thank you for all the support on the Marvel Rivals content lately. So, what is the big update? Well, there's quite a few. And one of them, even Marvel Rivals are teasing on their socials. And that is an update with Blade. Because as you're probably aware, Blade has been sleeping on the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. He's been resting after being captured by Dracula, but then saved by the heroes, lying in bed alongside Dracula's sword. But in this week's Marvel Rivals update, he's now missing. And he didn't even make the bed. How rude. Now, even the official Marvel Rivals Twitter account has teased this with this image right here of Jeff looking confused with the caption, "Where did he go this time?" Now, let's think about what this means, because a lot of us thought that Blade was going to be coming to the game in Season 2. It all seemed to make sense. The lore was teasing him. He was captured in Season 1. We freed him in Season 2. It just made sense that Blade was coming to the game. On top of the fact that he is a leaked hero, because in the game files, he has a set of abilities. He was planned to be a duelist, who at the time had a primary weapon of a katana, and a secondary hunting shotgun that he could use at mid-range. And we also had the names of his abilities at the time, like Stomp and Slash, Fang Deflect, and the Dark Knight Attack. And we got some information about his passive, which was called Bloodline Liberation, and XOX Leak revealed that this ability allowed him to see through walls, which many of us speculated would be some kind of bloodlust ability, tapping into his vampire side and seeking out low health enemies. And finally, his ultimate ability was called New Moon, which sounds a lot like it is a transformation into his vampire form, giving him a new set of abilities or enraged state. We also had his hero description leaked, which matched even more with everything we've seen so far. Half human and half vampire, Eric Brooks walks between worlds, craving the very life force of his enemies. As night falls, Blade's hunt begins as he wields the swords of Dracula to become the nightmare of any foe who dares to bare their fangs. Clearly stating that he wields Dracula's swords in combat, which matches the concept art that NetEase revealed that clearly shows the Blade character design, and here you can see him holding two swords. On top of that, an official Blade t-shirt was being sold that showcased his logo in the background. All heroes have this kind of logo, and this one clearly centers around Dracula's sword that Blade wields. So everything points to Blade becoming a playable hero, on top of the fact that 3 weeks ago, XOX Leak shared the list of heroes that are currently slated for release, as in the game files, these are the heroes prepped. We had Blade, Phoenix, Professor X, Gambit, Rogue, Daredevil, and a new unknown tank. And this kind of lines up with the fact that Miller Ross recently teased that he's already seen the next 6 heroes, as he does get access to early information that a few game journalists are privy to. So, does this mean we're getting Blade in Season 3? Well, we can't say for sure, but I want to be completely honest with you. Since the in-game lore has been teasing Phoenix, who is another leaked hero that was leaked to be a duelist, if we got Jean Grey and Blade, that would be 2 duelists in one season, which I don't think they would do. So there's a possibility that either Jean Grey or Blade end up not being duelists and they still both come in Season 3, or Marvel Rivals is making a joke out of Blade, basically teasing him around the maps until we finally get him. And I definitely think there's a very good chance that this is another one. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him cropping up in another map in a couple of weeks' time. But this definitely makes the possibility of him becoming a hero in Season 3 that little bit stronger, since they are actively teasing it. And lore-wise, it does make sense, as Null, the villain of Season 3, is currently attacking the intergalactic empire of Wakanda, where Blade was last seen. So is he going to help protect them, or is he simply just evacuating? These are the questions we have, and we probably won't have to wait much longer to get the final answers. So hopefully you're still with me, because I know it's frustrating not knowing if we're getting Blade, but I think it's kind of funny that it's become a meme at this point. But we do have some proper news about the upcoming maps and in-game teasers that match perfectly with the leaks. If you head to the Clintar map right now, you can see the skybox has changed. This is the old skybox where we could see the floating celestial remains in the sky. Now in the Marvel Rivals lore, this is a celestial that was slain by Null using the Necro Sword, and it was floating above Clintar. But in the latest update, you can see it is no longer floating up there, and if you head to the right side of the attacker's spawn, you'll see it's actually crash landed on Clintar. That right there is the next map coming to Marvel Rivals. It's the Celestial Remains, and in the game files, it's going to be a domination map. So pretty cool. We're going to be fighting inside the remains of a Celestial. I'm sure there's going to be some really cool lore there and interactions. So certainly take a look around the Clintar map and see if you notice any other things that have changed. But that's what we've seen so far. On top of that, we've seen a lot of voice lines in the game files for upcoming skins. Like we had the voice line for the Phoenix Knight Moon Knight skin that we just got in game. An XOX leak found another voice line for Psylocke that's linked to an upcoming skin. Take a listen.
The perfect time to cut loose. So much for vacation.
Now, this most likely ties to the upcoming swimsuit special skins, as Marvel revealed the latest issue of the Marvel swimsuit special returns on July 9th, and it will feature upcoming Marvel Rivals skins. And with Season 3 starting on June 11th, spanning over summer, I do think these skins are going to release during Season 3, and this voice line is most likely the Psylocke skin, which could actually be this exact skin we saw on the comics cover art, or a completely new one we've not seen yet. Still pretty exciting. And this matches with the game files, as from the list of upcoming skins, there is a comic Psylocke skin set to be released, so swimsuit special comic Psylocke skin on the way. And in that list of leaked skins, we have a comic Iron Man skin, along with a comic Spider-Man skin. Both have already been seen in the cover art for the swimsuit special. We can see Spider-Man here, so that could also be the comic skin he's getting. And then we could also see Iron Man in this large group as well on one of these swimsuit special comics. Again, this could be the skin. I'm just trying to find all the links I can. Also, while we're on the topic of skins, players notice that the brand new Twitch drop for Magik, which gives you this Will of Galacta Magik costume for simply watching eligible Marvel Rivals Twitch streams, actually differs in-game from the promo art that showed the skin. Now, it's a very slight difference, but it became quite a talking point on social media. If you take a look at the skin, in this image right here, you can see she has the pink armor, and then you can see like her armpit and her arm, whereas in-game, they actually changed the skin slightly and added this kind of black undershirt that kind of goes underneath the pink armor and also around where the shoulder and armpit is. So yeah, they changed the skin slightly between when they made the artwork and when they released it. And I wonder how many more skins actually look different in game than they do on the artwork. Either way, here's a look at the Darkchild form of this Twitch drop, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. So definitely don't miss out. Link your Twitch account to Marvel Rivals. I'll leave a link to how you do that in the description because it's worth getting. So that's all the news we have in the latest update of Marvel Rivals. This week brought some pretty exciting stuff, and I love that the teasers have already started for Season 3, which we should be getting a trailer for around the 4th of July. So we're a couple weeks out from finally seeing who the new hero is. My guess is we're getting Jean Grey first, since we just got the Phoenix Force Moon Knight skin. It just adds up. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on Blade in the comments. Do you think Marvel Rivals are baiting us once again? And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.